for you right now. It's going to be Dark Wizzy against Ismon. And Ismon, we were talking before the broadcast. Obviously, I think Dark Wizzy, somewhat of a household name, was considered in top 10 PGR contention before the time skip and has somewhat struggled a bit to find his footing now in the new world. Meanwhile, Ismon, a top Wario player from Houston, has been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, definitely been around for a while. He was very good back in Smash 4 and has continued that legacy in this game. Early on, I think, in Ultimate, he was really making a case to be one of those like fringe PGR kind of players.
Right.
Had a great performance at Low Tier City 7 as well. And now with the Wario, it's definitely been one of his longest lasting characters. He had a Falco for a while, but this has sort of been the soul brother of him in this game. And right now, gotta really bust out those old moves against Wizzy, who's really taken command of the game.
You can see right now 107-35, but really comes down to how well Dark Wizzy can secure the kill. Historically, the big difference between Wizzy and some of his Mario counterparts is Wizzy can sometimes it feels like he is better neutral. He's able to get the mid lockdown. He's able to control stage better than nearly anyone. But he can struggle to get the punishes and get the KO. But he did it right there perfectly with that up smash. Only taking 46. He's fine.
Yeah, no, I feel like he's definitely stepped up the punish game a little bit. I mean, the crowd is getting loud for Ismon right now, which is, to nobody's surprise. He lives only an hour and a half away from here. But yeah, no, Wizzy, I feel like right off the bat, that first combo that he did, you can see that he's already playing around these platforms too, which is where Mario wants to be, because this is where you get the big damage.
He's looking great. Double grab. Jeez, Ismon not able to escape it. That waft is going to come online very shortly. The problem is that he's in such an uncomfortable position because it's like, okay, you can't use it now. Most of the time you want to save it for the final stock, but you might need it as an equalizer on the second one because right now he's lapped.
Yeah, this is the tough catch-22 situation for Wario where, yeah, if you use that half waft to take that second stock or even the full waft, then you either got to camp really, really hard in that last stock or you just got to have faith in yourself. And right now, full waft is on deck, so we'll see if he can actually make any use of it. But first order of business, he hasn't even been able to get Wizzy up to 100%. And we were talking about just how solid Wizzy's neutral is. It's so hard to open him up.
I think one of the biggest problems is that Wizzy is so good at holding center, and that's kind of tough when you're playing Wario, who traditionally doesn't really kill off the top, right? I mean, up smash isn't really a thing. Up air doesn't KO. It's like there's not much Wario can do if you're just sitting in the center, because forward tilt isn't going to kill till like 130, 140, and Ismon isn't doing a particularly good job of cornering Wizzy. He's not pushing him to the ledge, threatening forward tilt. And instead, he's just going to tie to that up smash again.
Yeah, he's really been leaning hard into just sort of setup moves, right? To try and get a combo onto Wizzy, get it set up into a kill confirm. Whereas oftentimes with Wario, you might see kind of like a Peach-like game plan, right? Where it's push them into a corner and then get one of those strong aerials out of the forward tilt too if they miss their spacing, which Ismon's looking for now.
Yeah, Wario definitely plays sort of a sumo game, but Dark Wizzy is having none of it. Still at 126. I mean, on average, Ismon is doing, 63 a stock? That's not great. You can see, there it is, up air, gets the forward air. We were talking about the punish game on Wizzy being somewhat weak, but he's able to land that perfectly done. The up airs into the forward airs, clinches game 1 with a 3 stock.
Yeah, it was so heavily in Wizzy's favor, and you talk about the punish game, it's one thing where I think that sometimes when Wizzy got the hits, you could see flashes of it, when we were just coming out of quarantine and he was trying to get his wits about him. But now he's doing a much better job of actually setting up those conditions to get the first hit, right? Get the combo started. And even there, the bait game against Ismon, where you as Mario have good enough aerial drift where you can almost kind of contest the area that Wario's going to try and take from you. And he just did a really good job of putting Ismon in just the wrong position underneath that platform where it was just, you got to pick one way to DI and one of them could be your death. It's 50-50.
Bro, he's got the Mario hat, the Mario mask, the Mario doesn't know who you are, bro. This is parasocial. This is parasocial. Mario has no idea who you are, Dark Wizzy. Come on, brother.
He really just wants to get in on the action. He's like, I don't know why I wasn't contacted about the Mario movie, but please, I'm around,
Let me voice it,
give me a ring.
Mario's rich, bro. He will never care about you, Wizzy. Come on. Come on, brother.
Plumber is a union job. It pays, man.
It's true. He's not the doctor. That's true.
And meanwhile, Wario is sitting here like he's scrounging for scraps.
Yeah.
No scraps right now, though. Man, right off the bat, total turnaround from that game 1. All of a sudden, it's Ismon getting that 100% immediately.
Yeah, doing great, and I'm sort of surprised because I feel like this stage would actually, based on the pacing of the last game, this one seems like it'd be harder, right? Because we were just talking about how all that space, just Ismon is not controlling it, but he's doing an excellent job here. Yeah, you can see him getting Wizzy off on the side, but can't get that forward tilt.
Yeah, that's exactly the place where Ismon has been struggling, is just putting Wizzy into those uncomfortable situations. And I feel like with the flat stage, maybe Mario is a little bit more uncomfortable. Maybe if Wizzy's trying to hunt for those combo starters, it's a little bit harder when you don't have a platform near you, and Ismon's just trying to play around that.
Yeah, this is just a short hop game. You can see Ismon with these excellent short hop neutral airs. Wizzy living quite a while, but it doesn't matter as long as Ismon can hold the lead. This is just where it gets dicey though, because you can see Dark Wizzy now. Basically, any damage that Wizzy gets now is gravy, because you know he's gonna die soon.
Yeah, I think he's sort of resigned himself to one spare move from Wario back air dash attack, anything can take me out. But as long as I can get myself close to say, if I could take this next stock without taking 50%, I think that he can get his wits back about him and just say, all right, I'm back in the game.
Oh, tries to go for the forward smash, not gonna happen. I love the up B punish, just to sort of reset the situation, and Ismon is parrying. Oh,
and he is showing off. Getting on the bike immediately.
That's gloating. Yeah, he's all over the place.
Who pulls back? Who does the wheelie? Just up close, I guess it true combos into itself. Who knew?
Let's get the forward throw, 150.
Man, now it's all of a sudden Dark Wizzy getting a lot of mileage out of that up smash, just catching like you're talking about. Ismon is really leveraging those short hops, where at those early percents, maybe it's a little bit, or I guess the mid percents mostly, it's harder for Dark Wizzy to get something definitive off of that. But the moment that you have him at the kill percents, yeah, up smash is just one of the best anti-airs in the game.
Oh, got the up tilt and a wop, but doesn't get the hit he wanted. Still a lot of good damage, and honestly, I like that play, because now he's going to get another one before this game is up.
Yeah, it's a risk worth taking, because, I mean, I feel like if Dark Wizzy DI'd that poorly, then you get the kill, and if not, it's still damage, and by the end of the game, play patiently enough on Kalos, which is certainly possible the way those platforms are, you'll have at least a half off by the last stock.
No question. 101 here. You can see Wizzy just really prioritize the stage. You'll see that over and over in pretty much all of his sets. He just wants to be in the middle with his feet on the ground. And you can see why here. Ismon got launched in the air 45 seconds ago. And Wizzy chasing him, tracking him all the way down.
And just how do you land against Mario, even with your amazing aerial drift as Wario? Again, we talked about it. Mario's got some good one of his own too, and yeah, at 112, I mean, I wasn't even paying attention. Honestly, I didn't realize that Dark Wizzy had the lead, but he just played that last stock so cleanly, and look at the damage racking up immediately again. Just, you're right, Coney, just the way that he is fighting for that center stage and not giving Ismon a chance to play his own game.
This is always what he's done. Wizzy doesn't really prioritize ledge trapping, doesn't go for edge guards, nothing like that. He is just magnetically aligned with the center of the stage. It's like it's some Bugs Bunny stuff. Like he's under the stage pulling him with magnets, but there's the air dodge gonna force his death. You're gonna see Ismon come back. Now, remember that waft we talked about? That was a secret tool that'll help us later.
It's a surprise tool, yes.
Yeah, something might happen in just a little bit. I know it's cooking currently.
It's dicey, though, as Ismon right now to know whether or not he has to really be keeping track of the timer and know, do I have half walk? Because if not, you let that rip and suddenly where's your win condition?
Right. Oh, he rolled in? Oh, he didn't let it rip?
And that was good recognition by Ismon, knowing that last time he didn't get him and he just got the roll with the waft. Crowd popping off for Ismon.
You saw Wizzy sort of shake his head, put his head down, realizing that of all things to do, it felt like he was given a couple extra chances, right? I mean, that up tilt didn't quite work, and then he rolled in, and then it still didn't work, or I forget what it was, whatever the interaction was. But there at the end, he rolled on a spot where there was no more stage, and Ismon reacting to it beautifully. We're out to game 3.
Yeah, man, tech situations on platforms are just so... you have to avoid those situations at all costs against almost any character, but especially when somebody just has a frame, I don't know, fast win condition like Wario does in that situation. You have to do everything in your power just to, avoid the platform being on there and try and stay under it as much as you can. So, yeah, Dark Wizzy will have to swing the momentum back into his favor. I do believe this is a best of 3, so the next game should decide who moves on in the bracket, and this is a big chance for Ismon to put himself back on the map.
What I'm interested in is stage. Yeah, because, I mean, you think about it, Wizzy looked dominant on PS2. Ismon really made a lot of use of Kalos in the way that sort of we didn't expect, although Wizzy did seem good to here. And now we're in another stage that's rather large, a lot of platforms, which should be good for Mario. We'll see what Ismon has for this. And I love that KK's out.
Yeah.
It never gets old. I was so excited back in Brawl when like they put that in. Oh, dear. Okay, he got out. He got out.
I was afraid we'd have to interrupt because I'm with you. I love me some KK
It's
Slider.
so cool, you know? I love stages that have that, like, just something to them.
It's a special secret. You know you're at a major when you're watching KK
Right.
Cruise and play in the background. Like, it's Saturday. It's time to watch some good matches. And man, I was so terrified that Dark Wizzy had the death combo right there. You're talking about how good Mario makes of these platforms on Town and City, and in that transformation specifically, so good, right? But here on this transformation, it's very similar to Kalos, and Ismon might get to leverage his game, especially with those close side blast zones. I've lost my mind.
So close there. 140 now on Ismon. We're going to go low. He's good. Trying to find his opportunity. Okay, doesn't panic. I like Ismon sort of, he just, he was aware of how low he went, but he didn't panic, didn't go crazy, and so he's going to be able to keep that stock even at 152. Wants the roll in, obviously he's going to get it. Wizzy's too smart for that. He's going to land that reverse up smash.
He slid like Michael Jackson across the stage. That up smash went so far.
Smooth.
A criminal even.
Roll in.
Oh, and
Come
he
on.
finally gave it to him. Ismon just,
Yeah.
you're talking about it. He's looking for it and not confident that Dark Wizzy's ever going to give it to him. He just wants to get the stage positioning. But as you say, Dark Wizzy just magnets right back to center.
Right now, 118 to 3. Ismon. Now he's the one in the center, but again, just from his playstyle, I'm not seeing sort of, he doesn't play the game where he's like pushing you and just cornering you to the side. But excellent back air there from Ismon, evening it right back out. 15-0 against Mario. He has to be careful though, because anything that happens with these platforms here might spell a lot of percent, doesn't matter. Platforms are gone, and now Ismon's playground. I think this does much better for him.
Yeah, on the flatter transformations, you can see that suddenly Dark Wizzy slows the game way down.
Yeah.
He sits back, he turns his back to Ismon so that he can threaten the back air at any point in the air, and Ismon just won't be able to threaten taking space. That's one of the weird things. Mario turns his back, and all of a sudden, he's controlling the game. Speaking of some control, Ismon really playing it patient with the waft. Oh my. I'm so scared.
The fear. Oh, good Lord. Just putting the fear into Dark Wizzy, but Dark Wizzy, for his credit, did not panic. A lot of lesser players might have gone crazy there while sitting in shield. Ismon had a lot of opportunities, but none of them were a lock. A lot of them were like, I don't know, it's some XCOM stuff where it's like 80%, 70%, 90%. You know not to pull the trigger, you're not going to win.
If XCOM says it's 90%, it actually means 30%. We all know this.
Oh, no!
He saw XCOM say 10% and he still pulled the trigger. I'll take my chances.
He just didn't run far enough.
Yeah.
That's tough. He had the right idea, just ran a little bit too short. And now, what do you do with this? Because he hasn't really been killing Wizzy super early. Wizzy's only at 72. You got to win a lot of interactions to make this happen.
And Ismon's just not the kind of guy to bully himself into winning a game. Like you said, he's fine to play passive and just let Dark Wizzy take center stage so long as he can get one bad move. But Dark Wizzy just doesn't throw out a lot of those unsafe options. The grab was one of them, but Ismon couldn't convert off the down tilt that he used to punish.
Minute and a half is a long time to wait, but Ismon seems content to do it. He's got to find a way to get this stock off, though. Let's see, we're going to tech away. I love that tech.
I love the coverage from Dark Wizzy, too. And the use of the chomp just to catch Dark Wizzy in case he air dodges. Leave out that long hitbox. Ismon can't connect the back air, but he still has the advantage going. Just can't overextend on this ledge trap because that's where Dark Wizzy gets to take control of the game back.
You see Dark Wizzy forcing himself back in, just trading places with him. And Wizzy going for a hard commit again and again, but not really getting punished in the way that you would expect.
I think that's one of the things that he's realized as it's gone on is that Ismon's punish game just isn't very reliable, so he feels safe throwing out a risky move every now and then if he thinks he can give him the win, yeah.
Right. You can see there it is again. Oh, trades at the back air. Now, wait a minute.
This is possible.
It is possible. I don't know the exact. One of us should have taken it. I think it's a half waft currently, but we're going to get a lot of free damage. 49, that's about the best Ismon could hope for.
And he'll keep it slow, too, because if he can get that full waft, then he'll get the big hitbox. Love the patient recovery. Like you said, he
Right.
doesn't panic in those situations.
Covers
Tech
that.
chase?
And I'm reminded of how things went at Summit, where Wizzy got a little overzealous and lost to Atomisk for it when he forced an up smash. Wizzy has to really take some deep press. Misses the up smash. We do have a waft online, and we know what both these players want.
It's a full waft for Ismon, and he wants to pull off the upset, but Dark Wizzy sliding in with the up smash. He's done it so many times, and he gets up with force, finishing out that game, and he says, I know how close that game could have been, but he's able to seal it out.
Bro, can somebody get me a shot of that up smash? Because that freeze frame was like, huh? I mean, obviously Wario got hit, like, he had his hand out, right?
Yeah.
But it looks funny.
He hit him with the airstream.
Yeah,
He hit him with the jet wash of the up smash.
it's just that strong. Well done to Dark Wizzy, looking a little shaky, looking a little scared there at the end, but still is able to pull it off. Ismon, unfortunately, hometown hero, but couldn't make it happen today.
Yeah, he got close, and that's Ismon's playstyle. He is just so good at throwing you, off kilter and really just sticking to his own game plan, and that's why him versus Wizzy is just such an interesting matchup, because Wizzy's very much the same. He just wants you to overcommit to something, force you into an awkward position, and then go at it from there. But when you have two people that are just kind of being immovable objects at each other, you're like,
Right. Yeah, Wizzy very much plays Wizzy's game, and we sort of see that there. It's pretty early in the tournament. I mean, I think that was round 1 of second round of pools. So there's still a lot of Smash to be played. Hopefully he'll be able to continue to go far. Ismon, like you said, a sort of on the breakthrough, almost there, almost on the cusp of it. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. At least not in winners bracket, not yet against Wizzy. He'll have to try his luck